Okay, how are we doing out there? I know it's early in the morning, but as I told you before, because of the mishap yesterday with the 135-inch screen, a few things that went wrong with that screen. My TV's up way too loud. That I had to be up extra early to get orders out and to get this taken care of, because that really set me back on having those parts missing from that screen. And just all the headache that went on yesterday, just getting that resolved. Let me turn my TV down because this is way too loud on my screen. My projector down. All right, so like I said, because of my busy schedule, I have to get this done early in the morning because I don't have a choice, because like I said, the headache that went on yesterday, first of all, sending me a screen with half the parts missing, and then it wasn't the right size screen. So I was able to get a hold of Amazon, and they were able to talk to the merchant. The merchant apologized. They're going to rush me out another screen. They're going to send me the shipping label for me to send the other one back. And it wasn't 120, it was 120 inch. I knew it was 120 inch. They sent me the wrong screen, 120 inch, and the parts were missing. So I knew for some reason that screen was too small. All right, so let me take you off the mount. This, like I said, has to be done because I got a lot of stuff coming in today. I got the chasers are coming in. I made a mistake. I thought the chasers were coming in yesterday. They're coming in today. So this is how we have to tape up the room. As I said before, treat it like a crime scene. Now, because I'm going to do something a little different in this video, because usually when I do spray on, I just spray the screen and be done with it. This one, I'm going to roll the screen with the screen paint. Then I'm going to spray it on, because that means I have to use less paint. I'm just using it to smooth out the screen to get rid of streak marks. And I'm just going to spray it over with a nice thin coating. And that allows me to use less paint, and especially in this area right here with the respiratory issues, makes it a lot easier for me. I mean, this stuff is low odor and everything, but like I said, anything triggers off what goes on my body. I went to cut the grass 2 days ago, and it lit me up for 3 days. Like, I'm still going through some of the stuff that I went through, whatever I found in the backyard was cutting. All right, so pretty much what you gotta do here is you gotta stir it up. Even when you get it from us, you order it from us, you have to stir it up. I'm going to put instructions in there for you. Print out some instructions. Very easy to do. You know, you can't mess it up. I just want to make sure that people stir up the paint when you get it. Stir it up and shake it up. It's a very concentrated formula. It does require it to be stirred up. Stir it up, mix it up. Whatever you got to do, shake it up. You know, make sure it's all mixed up before you feed that through a paint sprayer. All right, so I'll come over here, grab my top, check this up. Now it sounds like milk. All right, for those of you who are not early enough to see this, you can always rewind. Because I just have to get this done. I got a really crazy day today, and I got things that have to be done. So we got to pour some of this on first. So like I said, I'm going to roll it on first, and then I'm going to spray it on. Because if I roll it on, that means that I had to just make sure it's sprayed on so I can basically smooth it out. I was thinking about that today, like, okay, how can I use less? And as you can see, the screen is a darker color. I told you I have to prime the surface first. I don't have any primer in the house, so I went with what I have here in the house, which would be Supreme 12. If that's what's coated on the screen, it's Supreme 12. That's what I'm using right now. I'm not worrying about the rail, which I didn't even pad because I'm spraying over this anyway. I'm just gonna put a light coating on first. Then after that, I'm just gonna spray over it just to get any to smooth it out, that's all. So it doesn't make a difference how I paint the screen, as long as I just put a coating over top of it. Take the edge of my roller and just roll the areas that I might have missed. A lot of people saying, well, can I just roll over it? Like, no, I wouldn't do that if I were you. So like I said, you will streak the screen. We're not responsible for that. But I'm going to have to basically put that into the policy for this particular product. This is just so I don't really have to put on too many applications in order just to get the screen to color. Makes it a lot easier. If you want to do it this way, this is the easy way of doing it. So, if I had rolled this on, I would have streaked the daylights out of the screen. Okay, what people don't do. Doesn't make a difference how I paint it, as long as I coat it. I'm not worried about any of the edges because the sprayer is going to get all up in those areas anyway. Not this way. There's really no odor to it because right now I'm not smelling anything at all. But again, you can't smell it because you're on the camera. You're on the other end, so you can't smell anything. There's no odor to it whatsoever. See if my fan was on. See how those streak marks? This is what you would get if you try to roll this thing. You're going to get some really nasty streak marks all over your screen. Boogie. All right. that's basically about it. Just putting that little coat on it real quick. Then after that, I'm gonna spray it down. That allows me not to put a lot. I don't like doing this way, putting that first coat on it, because this is the easy way for me to do it. You can spray it, but me, it's the easier way, just to basically just coat that screen first with a roller. That way I have to use less paint when I'm smoothing it out. So that's easier for me. So I'm gonna grab our Riker 250 over here. Our sprayer. Worrying about instructions. I've used these things so many times, I'm funny. Those you don't know, those you do know. Here's your compressor. Look at the cord on it, man. The cord is so short. Your compressor, that's basically about it. There's your cup. Cannon, that's it. These are pretty easy to use because this is the equivalent of an aerosol can. Inside, you got your utensils to scrub out your gun. And then a little bit of lube. It's not what you think it's for. It's basically for lubing up this area right here so it doesn't stick. All right, this is all cleaned out. Pretty simple to use. Let me go pour my paint in here real quick. Well, let's get paint on me anyway. That's how I get paint on my clothes so much. That's it. Paint there. Cannon. Locks in place. That's it. That easy. Compressor right here. Your gun. This controls how much airflow, how much pressure you put in, and how much airflow comes down the cannon. You see just nozzle in the front for controlling it. That's basically about it. There's only two settings on this. Now, if you had the 590, the 580, they're a little more complicated. They have a dial up front that you can spray like your gate, your house, the side of your, side of your house, stuff like that, large applications. A simple trigger in the front. That's basically about it. Very easy to use. Shake up a little bit in that cannon. Okay. Now my trick is, because this is just for me, personally, because like I said, because it's not going to mess with your breathing or anything, but with me, basically everything in my head most of the time is mostly a mind trip for me. So in my mind, I constantly believe that I'm constantly don't have enough air. This stuff basically can't harm you in any way whatsoever. It's but I always tell you wear a mask just in case. Anytime you spray or paint, you always should have a mask on. Always. Because it's a chemical. Anything uses a chemical. Even if it's water-based, it's a chemical. So for me, because of the respiratory, I basically, my mind plays little games with me, like I'm not breathing right. I know I'm breathing perfectly fine. So basically, when I put this on, it feels like I'm suffocating. So Hall's cough drops. Because you take a Hall's cough drop and you break it and go, and it feels like you're just getting all this air pushed into your system. It's a psychological thing. That's all it is. But it helps. Allows me to continue to work. So I'm going to sound a bit muzzled. All my windows are open. Plenty of air ventilation going through. But like I said, this stuff is odorless, so it's cool. This is just for me personally. Power. As long as I have got a bad habit, I'm always disconnecting. Every time, always disconnecting. Disconnecting from my cord. Man, I gotta say one thing. What the freak? This is one of the best. At the 250, I used the 150. The 250 is a freaking dream. Oh my goodness. Wow. Freaking wow. Wagner, amazing. Thank you. That is freaking amazing. Like no pressure. I didn't put no pressure on it. Just lightly just touch it. Just tap it. And that mist came out perfectly. Man, usually on the 150, you got to bring them down a little bit more in order to get that paint to come out. But that, just tapped it, a little light tap. I wasn't putting no pressure on the gun, just a little light tap, and it was just coming out like an aerosol can. Freaking beautiful. Oh, we're going to be doing a lot with this paint spray, man. Freaking beautiful. Very, very happy with it, man. I'm very happy with it. I paid about 60 bucks for it. Whatever they did on the 150s are good. I like the one, don't get me wrong, but this thing was beautiful, like easy coat. No pressure on it. The best thing about not having to put a lot of pressure on it, because some people feel if they squeeze too much, they push out too much paint and they'll damage the screen. But this right here, just a little bit of pressure, that's all it takes. Smooth. Beautiful, love it. I'm getting another one. I'm gonna buy another one tonight. Buying me another one tonight. That way I buy two of them because then I can spray my black screens too. If I choose, I want to spray them. If I choose, I want to spray them. I want to do a spray on demonstration of a black screen or other screens. The reason why I buy like 3 of them because I do clean up my sprayers, but I don't like cross contamination. So because my paints are in different colors, I don't want to cross contamination. So I'll buy 3 of these bad boys for each one for each product. That way I'm just washing out the same product over and over again out of one container. Not to have to worry about doing any cross contamination at all. Yeah, that came out like a freaking dream. Wow. I am really freaking loving it. I got to go order me another one. I'm going to let that dry right there. This one's going to take long to dry. But I got to grab, bumped into you guys just now. I got to go grab me another one of those, man. But that thing's a freaking, oh, wow, it's beautiful. That was the best sprayer I've used. I had the 590 and 580, and them suckers are powerhouses. By the way, you can't use a 580 and 590 in this environment. I mean, you can if you're painting the walls and stuff, yeah, but if you're doing an application like this, you don't want a lot of paint going any place, and the paint didn't go anywhere. Literally, nothing hit nothing. Like it hit the screen, and that's it. Like I said, aerosol can. Wow. That's a good sprayer, man. That's a good sprayer. Woo. I like that, man. I like that. And the best thing about it, I noticed, is that the fact that I had this much paint left after I rolled the screen. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm not going to have enough paint here to cover the streak marks all over the screen. And sure enough, I did. I could have painted that screen without basically rolling it on. I underestimated it. The thing about it, because I thought I was going to push out too much paint, it didn't even push out that much paint. It actually controlled a lot of the paint that was being dispersed out. Freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. I got to paint up my sprayer. Get ready. So, between the roll-ons and everything else, I don't have enough paint to finish to do the spray on for the plexiglass. So I got to order more base product for this. Matter of fact, I have to order it. Just send a friend to go pick it up today. So I have it in today. That right there. Yeah, that was good. That was good. All right. Let's stay right there for a minute. That's gonna take a while to dry. Now, the reason why I set my my whatchamacallit up high is because it's easier for me to paint than having it on the ground. I have to bend over. My back kills me half the time, so that's less I have to bend over, and it's easier to basically get those little corners. The screen is pretty much standing right up on top of you like a table. That's easier to do. As for how much paint dispersed in the environment, not any at all. Like we got really like the only thing you're seeing was around the tape. That's all that hit. And the plastic is clean. The only time you see drops on the plastic, that's when I was rolling the screen on. I was walking back and forth with the roller. Oh, and if you're doing now, keep in mind, I can never understand this. But if you're doing a motorized screens are easy to prime. I don't know what they have on those screens, but they're easy to prime. This particular screen, usually when you do that PVC, it has a kind of a shiny kind of protective coating. So I had to basically do one coat of my paint basically over top of it, maybe with different primer, I don't know. Or one coat, and then basically see where the paint starts to separate. You see some of the screen start to show through. That's that whatever protective material they have on it, so you can wipe the screen down. So all you have to do is just let that coat on it, let it dry. Don't keep hitting it over and over again because it's just going to keep separating over and over again, separating. Just let that dry. You're just putting a dusting, a coating on it. Once that dries, then you go over it and you hit it again, and then it'll stick. But you're just putting a dusting on it. Yeah, I'm happy with that, man. That's the best spray ever. That was like, woo, good spray. I'll be right back. Fantastic. Alright, so guess what? Downstairs scrounging around, I forgot that I had another container of this stuff. This is the first stuff I made when I was testing it out. So we got enough of it on here to do some plexiglass today. So that'll be next. As a matter of fact, I can do the sheet of plexiglass now while I'm in here. Why wait till later? Paint spray is still, just fill up with this stuff. And then do the plexiglass right now. Get it out of the way and get it done. So that way I can worry about it later on. Alright. So I gotta go in, I gotta wash my hands because I gotta make sure there's no residue on my hands when I hit the plexiglass. But yeah, I would advise if you're painting anything with this stuff, lay it flat. Because this stuff is like milk. Even though it comes out like an aerosol can, it's fine mist. You don't want any drips and runs the screen. Same thing if you're using stain, it's the same thing. You know, you just want to make sure. All right, let me give me a sheet of plexiglass downstairs. Whew. Glad I got that out of the way. I got the lights in the day. Next big screen got me rolled in. That's good. last night, I'm completely freaking out because I thought I snapped the freaking HDMI in my freaking Christie, the 1080p. Oh man, that was not a good day, good night. So I thought I snapped and broke it, but I actually didn't. Let's see. Oh, the screen, okay, cool. And also too, when you're spraying the screen, make sure you have no dirt, no dust, or anything on you because it would transfer to the screen. That's for anything you're painting. But yeah, so yesterday I was grabbing my stuff to go lay down and go to sleep, and freaking a pillow came out and hit, a lot of you not, no joke, like no one would believe me if I told them this. One of the pillows came out, rolled out, and hit the HDMI cable, and the pillow's not that heavy, and the screen went blank. I'm like, oh, what the freak? Like, I couldn't have damaged the freaking projector with a freaking pillow. So I had this 20-foot white HDMI cable. I'm moving it back and forth. It feels really loose in the projector. I'm thinking, you gotta be kidding me. Like, what are the odds of a pillow falling out of a closet and hitting an HDMI cable and breaking the HDMI cables, the outlet, the output in the projector? Like, did he open this up and did he like put like a really poor soldering job or whatever's going on? So I'm thinking it's the Christie that's jacked up. Mind you, this guy's not selling them anymore. So if I have to go buy another one, it's going to cost me $1,000. So I'm going through all this checking. So I said, let me go pull out the cable. I pull out the cable and I go put another one in and it links. Doop, comes going, no problem. Then I take the HDMI cable and I take my hand and I bend it just a little bit and it snapped clean off. Yeah, it was a good one. I paid like $40 for it, but it was just cheaply made. They could have me freaking out. So Amazon freaking loves me. I had to go back on Amazon and order monster cables, which I should have did the first time. So here's the plexiglass right here. It is transparent. Just has a white, should have showed you that when I was peeling it off. It has a white film on it. That's basically about to protect it. So we're gonna spray a sheet of it because we have to do the front and rear. Now, cool thing about this stuff is like, okay, like say if you get lint on your screen, which I didn't do on this one. If I did in the basement, I would have jacked it up to the basement. It's freaking horrendous, man. That's my workshop. That's why I had to move the projectors up here because I was messing up my projectors. You just basically just take it off and just do cut over again. That's it. That you can coat with the screen standing up with just a light job. I have people ready to come like, you painted the screen wrong. You weren't going back and forth. I mean, this product is designed to be foolproof, so you don't have to paint it a certain way. The same thing you see me roll screens is the same way. I paint screens with a sprayer. See? It's transparent right there. All right. I'm just gonna leave that there. This is about dry already. As you can see, the screen's drying up. I don't want to tilt it yet, just in case if I got some spots on it that may be a little too wet. I don't want them running down the side of the screen. I ought to bring my small fan up here. That's what I should be doing. But my fan is dirty as I don't know what. I got to clean it up, and I don't want anything transferring from the fan to the screen. But other than that, came out great. The sprayer, I'm just really overwhelmed with the sprayer. The sprayer is freaking amazing. The sprayer came out freaking amazing. So, happy on that part. Where is I just bought a coating of it upstairs? I just found more of it. Yeah, because I had some downstairs, but I forgot that I even had it down there. I had more of it. Which I got to stir this up. Where's the spot? I'm really happy with it. Let me see how much, first before I go through that, let me see how much I have in my cup. To begin with. Oh yeah, we drained it dry. We did. Let me get a spoon around here. I got a spoon somewhere around here. With this stuff, you have to stir it up. You have to shake it a little bit. Remember, this is not like And I explain to people like, okay, this is a silver screen, yes. It's kind of a silver, kind of grayish screen, but it doesn't react like gray screen paint. As you can see, this stuff pulls images outside at 6 o'clock in the evening on only 900 lumens. That is freaking good, freaking insane. So we have a technology that we embedded with this. We call it low lumen enhancement technology. Now, before somebody goes, that's impossible, that can't be done, check out the video we did with a 1,000 lumen projector sitting at 12 feet back outside. That proves it right there. That's why I do these live demonstrations, because I'm going to ABS forums. So yeah, I got this stuff I developed. It's called low lumen technology, enhancement technology. And I'm like, that's a bunch of crock. And I showed that demonstration, that screen pulling off at 1,000 lumens outside. How can you argue that? Can't argue it. Got proof that's actually running. Did it in here with a 900 and 800 lumen projector, and the room is fully lit. All right, so we got this stirred up nice and milky. Nice and milky. A little bit in there. We'll put a little bit in my sprayer. I'll put all of it in the sprayer. Nice and milky. Where's my mask at? I need my mask. I missed about 2 spots on the screen. That's basically about it. But that's easy. Let's go over it real quick. I know, some of you are probably saying, why are you doing demonstrations this early in the morning? And I told you, because of the freaking fiasco with the freaking screen, threw me off guard. So in order for me to get all this done, because I got a bunch of stuff coming in, I got to finish up, and I got to do the demonstration again on that screen because I want to do it on a larger size. I had to do this early in the morning. And on top of that, I was up at around 2 in the morning because I had to do orders this morning when I got up. Because my driver comes in to pick up the orders and I have to have everything ready before she gets here. And I kind of, don't trust me, don't get me wrong. I love freaking UPS. I mean, United Postal Service, but they haven't been picking up my packages lately, so I'm just paying somebody to pick them up. And that's the end of that problem. All right, don't even mother for a bit because I'm putting the mask on. La-di-da-di-da. Really? Stand up. Now, you see that rocking back and forth motion? When I paint screens, I just listen to classical music. Classical music has a dun, 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 and that's how I build a rhythm. I mean, you don't have to, but that's just how I do it. You build a rhythm with it. Whether you listen to what kind of music you listen to, build a rhythm with it. All right, so pretty much going over it again, just in case, you know what I mean? That's just me. You don't have to. It's just me. Some people hit the screens 4 or 5 times, but that's just me. All right, we're going to do the plexiglass now. Pretty much a little portion of that. Not the first time. Alright, so plexiglass will be dry. Probably gonna hit the plexiglass with another hit. That's basically about it. I'm probably always put 2 on the plexiglass. But that's it. That screen's gonna be drying. I'm gonna bring another fan up so I can dry that a little quicker and push more air out of here. Push more out of here. Usually this wouldn't bother me at all, but like I said, respiratory issues, people. I understand that. I mean, there was a time in my life I could basically sit in the fog of freaking paint and just sit there and chill without a mask on, which is a bad idea, but I used to do it from time to time. But not anymore. I gotta be careful now. Whatever goes into these lungs, basically, it's gonna affect me all day and all week, and I can't have that because I got a busy couple of days. So it's already time for me to be up in the morning. It's time for me to get up. So see me start my day, people. Hey, what's up, sloth people? What's on? So right now, this is what time I have to be up every morning. It's a bit of a schedule to get everything done. So I have to be up on time to get the orders out the door. And then I'm building the wallpaper. I'm building the sorry, the wallpaper screen. I'm building the cardboard kitchen screen today because those supplies come in to finish that project. So that's another project I have to finish right now and get that done. These are the orders that are going out for the day. Plus I have a bunch of them on the count right now. I got 4 or 5 more on the count to go. So I have to get ready for those because I'm waiting for Uline to come in and bring my containers. And once my containers come in, then I can finish it off. Man, that's good. A minute. There you go. Check that out. Why yeah. Now doing the 135, 135 is a cakewalk. Those are easy to do. I don't have to, because keep in mind, like I said, when some people are saying, well, why don't you just make it a roll-on? I can't make that silver paint a roll-on because it has rear protection technology embedded in it. Make it a roll-on, you'll dent the screen. You won't be able to see through it. So that's just altering it. These were never meant to be, when I made the 12s were never meant to be rear projection technology. They were designed to be front only. But we do have a black version of the screen that's invisible that you can see right through. But this particular form of, with this new silver technology we have right now, we wanted something that it was supposed to be rear projection, it was supposed to come up crystal clear. Interesting thing about it, like I said, when I coated it on front projection, it had the ability to pull contrast and basically produce amazing colors. Hey! Show. I gotta change the show because it's copyrighted. I don't want to get in any trouble here. Where's the PS4 controllers? Where's my controller? Alright, here we go. So I guess it's gonna take a little bit. Press screen dry. We can do a little gaming over here. I haven't done any gaming all week long, so I might just come over here and have a little fun real quick while I'm waiting for the screen to drop on some retro gaming. I mean, if you want to watch, you can watch. If you don't, then just pop back in later or just rewind the video or whatever, how you want to do it. But I'm going to get a little downtime real quick and play some retro gaming. And half my neighbors are up anyway, getting ready to go to work. Ugh. Man, I tell you, between taking that screen apart and putting it back together, oh mother. Let's see what we got. What are the games I'm playing right now that I already beaten already? I'm going to some old school shooters. Robot Army. Did I beat Robot Army already? Sounds like I did. I don't know if I beat Robot Army already. Neo Geo. Let me get some sound in here. Can't have it too loud. Some time to chill before the that screen to dry off. Take the American version. Neo Geo. I remember playing this on Neo Geo. Man, that was like a $700 game. A lot of you know, these games were expensive when they came out. Yeah, check that. These are the kind of games I want to build my arcade screen. I cannot wait to start working on my arcade screen. Oh. Make it with the door. Oh, come on, really? Let's go pop upstairs, see what we got going on. Sorry about that. Someone was telling me I should just get a RetroPie, but keep in mind I need the screen to be in portrait mode so I can get that old-fashioned look to it. And I had to do it off a computer, so I have to go through Steam to do that setup. Just about dry. All right, I am going to sign off here because I can't do any video demonstration. The screen still needs to dry a little bit more. I'll be back and probably later on today, probably around 8 or 9, and I'm going to have the screen set up, and then by then my LED light should be in, and we'll do some video demonstrations in here. Okay. All right. Thank you all for your time, for sitting around and getting up this early in the morning with me. I have to go, and God bless.